Okay guys, woke up this morning and looked out my window and I got a molehill behind me. Big molehill. So today we're going to try to eliminate this mole and I'm going to use my Jeep. I think this is King Kong of the moles. So let's see what happens here, okay? You better run for cover, Grandma. Yeah. Everybody run for cover. Okay, we'll let them stew on that one for a while. All right, we're at the cabin. And look at here, folks. This almost looks good enough to eat, don't it? But I wouldn't eat it because it's coffee. Yep, we're doing it again. It's another coffee log. My granddaughter made this for me around Christmas time. Here it is, the end of May, coming up on the 1st of June. This one here's got a little more special goodness on it. It's got some lint on the bottom of this puppy. So I'm going to put this in my fire and see if we can't start it and burn this puppy today. Because today, it's about 60 degrees, it's a little damp out. It's been kind of raining off and on today. We got winds of about 20-30 miles an hour. So we're kind of heavy on the wind. But that's okay. I think if we just get this puppy burning, we'll make this happen. While I'm doing this, hello, howdy. While we're doing this, I'm going to tell you a little bitty story about fire. Something that I heard years and years ago from my great-great-grandpa. His name was Leroooy Caveman. Okay, so here's the story as I heard it from when he invented fire. Let me pull up a chair, huh? Could be a long story. Yeah, it's windy. I'm getting smoke in here. That's never a good sign. Fire, you need to kind of go out the pipe. Where's Grandpa now, huh? Where's Grandpa Leroy now? And he'd be like great, a couple hundred greats probably. Okay, so here's the story as I heard it. Passed on from generation after generation. Fire. Why did we invent fire? Because in the old days they used to eat their deer, bear, alligator, whatever they had back in the day raw. So one day they had a lightning bolt and it struck the earth, created a big fire. And Leroy thinks, wow, that's hot. So he stuck his finger in the fire and he goes, whoa, I burnt my finger. He goes, but it smells really good. So he ate his finger. And he thought, that really tastes better than the other one that I ate raw. So he thought, what if I took a deer or an elk or a bear and I chucked it in that fire? What would that taste like? So he did that. He took a dead deer that he had laying around for a couple of days, threw it in the fire. Waited about a half hour or so, pulled the deer out, started eating it. And of course they didn't speak English back in them days. They had a language all their own because it was caveman talk. So he ate the piece of the deer and he thought it's very good. So he calls all his friends and neighbors over to enjoy the meal. And so he calls them out, like that. So they all come running. They dive into the meal. They're thinking, wow, this is good. Yes, it is. And so he named it fire. And so they use fire from then on. But as they're eating the meat, one of the cavemen says, hey, booga 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 booga. And he goes, what? He said, you didn't cook it all the way. It's half raw. So he learned the difference between raw, medium, and well done. Caveman, that's where all this comes from. Fire. But they also found out later that fire, being hot, creates heat. And they thought, wow, we put that heat inside of our cave, that'll be awesome. So fire kind of progressed from there. So let that story be a lesson to you guys that fire goes way back. And I actually didn't eat any of my fingers, just demonstrating for the, yeah. And I must say, look at this fire. I don't have anything to cook. But it's hot. It is really cranking. Now if you recall my past video about the coffee log, it was really slow to get burning. Maybe it wasn't dried enough, sat long enough too dry. It had a lot of liquid oozing out. This puppy here is burning. I mean, it's like taking off. I'm impressed. This one is way better than the last one. Now my son-in-law told me that when he made these, they put molasses in there. So he thought the molasses somehow makes it burn a little better with the coffee grounds. It's good to know. Here again, it smells good. Amazing. Just amazing. So, don't forget my great 200th grandpa from caveman days and the story of fire. And you can spread that one around. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. I'm okay with that. A little piece of history for you. Coming to you live in Oregon. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll get back to you. Well, look at there, we got a nice chest under the cooler. I know I don't have any boardage over the top of this dude yet, but it's going to eventually. So that's just kind of showing you the board does cover the cooler. But look at here, guys. This thing is working. It's working. It's already providing me with beer. Gotta love that, don't ya? Brewski. Okay, guys, I'm gonna sit down and have a little chit chat. Beer. Not just beer. I got water in there too. Thirsty? Come on over. Got beer, got ice, got water. Probably wouldn't have milk up here, but kind of nice. Having a cold beverage. Who created ice anyway? Anybody know? Boy, had to have been a caveman, I would say. Maybe way up north. Arctic? Alaska? I'm gonna have to do some research on that and get back to you. Well, hi, Grandma Cat. How are you, girl? Hey, by the way, folks, in case you guys out there in YouTube land didn't know it, well, Grandma here, she is a real grandma now. Her daughter just had babies probably 2 months ago. 5. They're all fat and healthy, looking good. So now Grandma is a real grandma. And the funny part is that my granddaughter named her grandma when she was a kitten. Why? I don't know. But she did. So now, Grandma, you're for real. You're legit, okay? Yeah, you're a legit grandma. Happens. Toast one to Grandma, huh? Gotta love that. Well, I tell you what, we've got a 3-day weekend coming up. Today's Thursday. Friday will be probably the start of the 3-day weekend. Friday night, anyway. Love to go camping. May not go camping anywhere, but right here. Maybe I'll get to spend a night in the old cabin. To date, I have not spent a night in my cabin. I keep saying I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. When? I don't know. Something's always coming up. Can't seem to pull the trigger on that one and make it happen, but the day's coming. We're going to make it happen. I got cats all over the place up here because it's feeding time. They want to eat. They're trying to tell me. They're trying to say, let's eat. Now tomorrow, I think it's going to clear up. Sun's coming out. I think by Sunday and Monday we're going to be in the 80s. So today, 60, nice cool day. Got a pretty stiff breeze going though. You might hear that in the mic, by the way. But I didn't have a whole lot going on, so I thought, you know what? Let's just do the old fire and show you my coolers working. So you're going to build a cabin, or your little secret hideaway. Put you a cooler underground, and that way you would have a little brewski now and again. If you hide it well enough, nobody will ever find it, right? Mine's going to get covered up. We're far from done. Okay, let me give you a little greenery shot here. Show you how my trees are leafing out, huh? Let's do that. There you are. I found you. You're back. Okay, guys. Well, enough about me and all my showing off of my cooler. But you gotta love it. It does work well. I must admit, I knew it would. It's a Coleman cooler. They are not a sponsor. But over the years, I found that they're a good quality product. I like them. Can't deny it. So over the years, I don't know how many I've owned, 10 maybe. So nice having a good cooler to bury in the ground. You can buy them cheap at garage sales. You can buy them cheap at the store when they're on sale. Coleman's are pretty hard to beat. So get out there, get you a cooler, get yours buried, would you? And then you call me up and say, hey, come on over and have a cold beer out of my cooler. I'd like that also. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to say adios. Get off here. Let you guys get on with your life. And I got a problem with a little mole I had to take care of. So it might be a little entertaining to watch that. Stay with me. There you go. Can you find the fort? Jacob's fort's back in there. It's still not done. I'm hoping this spring, summer, he will come back out and continue working on that. Let's hope. But you can see my trees are full bloomed. They're up and running. Leaves everywhere. Look at that blackberry patch. Straight in front of you. All of this here is all blackberries. They've been there for who knows how long. 100 years maybe? I don't know. Long time. Coming around, look at my wood pile. It's dwindling. That's all my building lumber that I've got for free from an old deck. That's kind of what's left. Some of that's usable. Some will be burnable. My little granddaughter Jazzy loves her little steering wheel. She plays with that pretty often. The wood stove is still in place. It's not really sinking out of sight. So I'm kind of happy where it's at. I've got a short stovepipe for that. I'll be putting that on. I have not cleaned the woodshed. I haven't cleaned the outdoor kitchen up yet. But you can see I've got a bunch of wood in. Bunch of new wood. I broke a bunch of that up, split some. Seemed to split okay. We're happy with that. Nice to have wood up here so we can have some campfires. That may be also going on this weekend. Did you listen to that thing roar? It's been 5 to 10 minutes and that coffee log is in there just ripping. This was a great coffee log. Just so you guys know, my gopher that's in my yard, I ran that over with my Jeep. I know the wind was blowing. I don't know if you could hear what I was trying to say. But my whole thing about that gopher thing was, it was a giant gopher, Frankenstein gopher, 20 feet long, 12.5 feet wide. It was humongous. And it just left this huge big dome in my yard. So I took my Jeep, I ran it over. One problem. I hit it pretty hard when I went up. When I got to the top, I stopped. Big mistake. Should have kept that momentum going. I ended up getting stuck on top of that gopher pile. And it must have took me, I would say, 15 to 20 minutes to get off of it because I was so high centered. And that Jeep, when it's sitting on top of that mound, my tires could not reach the dirt underneath it. So as we're trying to yank it and yank it and yank it back off of this molehill, my grandson says, "Hey Pop, why don't you try and go sideways?" I thought, good idea. So we yanked it sideways and we got off of there. I don't know if I got video on that or not. I think my wife got it on her phone. If I can, I'll try and show you that. I was kind of a little bit embarrassed because I got up there and got stuck. Here's a Jeep Rubicon. Can't stick those, right? Can't get them stuck. Well, I did. I just go to show you. 4-wheel drive. You can go anywhere. Off-road, in the ditch, in the lake, in a river, and you can get stuck. Believe me. I was a tow truck driver for a lot of years. I've seen a lot of them stuck. Everybody said, "Well, I got a 4-wheel drive. I can go anywhere." I said, "Yep, even off the road." That's why we're here, towing you out. So let that be a lesson to you and a lesson to me. Word of caution. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap this puppy up, say adios, and live your life carefully, would you guys? So you can return for the next vid. Be careful out there, would you?